Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Russell Does Stuff. My name's Russell. I work 6 hours Monday, 6 hours on Tuesday, and when I don't get finished up on those 2 days, I'll take care of sometime during the week. And today is mail day, and we're going to take Wayne out into the shop with us. You want to go outside? Let's go. No? Yeah? Say hi to everybody in YouTube land, Wayne. Let's go outside. Let's see what we got in the mail today. There's Winston. Winston wants to know absolutely everything that goes on at every single particular moment in time. Let's go, guys. We've all had our early dinner. We went and got barbecue from Mission Barbecue, which is a really decent place to eat, believe it or not. All right, so what we got in the mail, we got a few things. I'm doing some upgrades on my truck to make my truck a little bit more comfortable. I was going to get a cap for this truck so that I could put things in it. It's kind of a small box. It's a 5-foot by, it's a 5.8-inch box. I can still put a piece of plywood in it if I put the tailgate down, which is important. We got to have our plywood. And I decided not to spend all that money on a camper top. The camper top has to fit this type of model where it has some curves and some points and all that stuff. And I think it would block the all important backlight here, which we don't want that blocked. You know how people's eyesight's getting these days. So I like to buy things on Facebook Marketplace, and I can't find any toppers that will fit this truck. So I can cheap out sometimes, and that's exactly what I did. I like Summit. I didn't buy this from Summit, but I like Summit. And every time I get a catalog from Summit, it's like Christmas. You know, it rivals the J.C. Penney's catalog. Not really, but comes in a good second. So I started looking at their trifold, their roll-ups, their covers that they make for these trucks. And the hard ones, the fancy ones that trifold, that are solid and not this fake leather, which is called vinyl, is expensive. A couple $1,000, $1,500, $1,200, etc. This trifold cover that I bought here has got some decent weight to it. It was only like $250 some, I think, and it's tax-free right now in the state of Florida. So I bought this cover. It looks good. It's got the name Gator on it. There's no little R here, so there's no trademark or anything. So it came from a company called Real Truck, and they're located out of Ocala. And I thought it was going to be made in America. It's not made in America. It's made in Mexico. I thought that they manufactured these in Ocala, and I thought, oh, that's cool. You know, this stuff's manufactured in Ocala. Who would have thought, you know? Ocala is mostly a national forest, by the way. So I was trying to figure out where this big facility would have been. Stitching's good. It installed really easy. It had some quick clamps there and a strap, I think, for opening the front. Maybe, I don't know. The instructions weren't very clear on the purpose of the clamp with the strap on it. So if anybody out there knows if I did this right or wrong, shoot me a comment. And that's not trying to trick you into commenting. I don't get a lot of comments unless I say the word money or horses or something. So I like it. I think it's neat. For the money, I can keep all my stuff dry. So I accidentally made a bad measuring flub up. My tape measure messed up on me, and I ended up buying the wrong size. So I've purchased 2 of these. So I had to do a refund and rebuy, which is fun. I had to save the boxes. When you buy stuff, always save the box. I saved the box for at least 3 months. Okay, Harbor Freight, save the box. They'll take everything back without the box, but I always save the box because the return policies are important. I did not understand what they were looking for when I was ordering this. I put my truck gear in, the style, the make, the model of the truck, etc. And this came about 8 inches too long. Okay, it was designed for a truck that had a longer bed, shorter doors on both sides. I have that truck that other one would have fit, but I decided that I was just going to send it back. There's no need to put tri-folding cover on my work truck. It would hinder me during the day. So I called him up and I explained to him what Russell Does Stuff did, and that my tape measure was drinking and it let me down big time when I needed it most. So I explained to them the deal. They got this one out to me right away, which was no big deal. I wasn't in a hurry for it. And they were totally awesome, cool people to deal with. No AI, no robots, no, fake voices or any of that stuff. Real people. Unless they can fake real people like that, they're getting real good then. And no high pressure sales or nothing. When I told the lady I messed up, she was shocked. She's like, "You're admitting you messed up?" I'm like, "Yeah. When I screw up, I'll tell you. If I misrepresent something, I try to, I'll fess up. Hey, man, And that's just how I've always lived my life. It's easier to admit when you're wrong and take credit for it. So I took credit for being wrong. Sales guy was totally cool. And before he asked me if there was anything else I needed, he said, "Well, we've got rubber mats, we've got this, we've got that," and wasn't trying to sell me anything. And I said, "You know what? How much is a rubber mat for this thing?" "Well, Mr. Russell, who does stuff, it's only $99. Now, I used to own a bed liner business, and I used to spray a lot of trucks with the bed liner. That stuff's expensive. Even to buy the kit at the paint and body supply shop where I buy, it's $150 some for the kit, and you gotta let it dry, and you gotta scratch it all up, and you gotta tape it off, and hope you don't get any on Mama Bear's car, etc." So I said, "You know what, Mr. Nice Sales Guy?" I says, I'd like one of them mats." He was happy that I bought a mat. I guess he may have made $9 off of it or something. It was $100, so he's not roping the moon here with my order. I'm gonna have a drink of this beer. It's 5:00, and I will wait until 5:00 to have a beer. Those are my rules, and you have to have rules. So this came in the mail. It was huge. It was the size of a refrigerator, 6 inches wide. And, I didn't feel too sorry for the FedEx guy who had to deliver it. It wasn't that heavy, but it was awkward. So Tom Hanks came and he grabbed the returned one, and then that's back headed off to Ocala. And this came today. FedEx brought me this. I don't know why they're working on Sundays. I guess they're trying to keep up with the competition, etc. This thing here is heavy. I think it weighs 100 pounds. It has to weigh 100 pounds. I'm going to the gym now and I'm working out, so I can kind of guesstimate the weight of this. That's got to be 100 pounds. Do you notice anything about this bed liner mat? Look at this paper. I thought I was getting a carpet or something. And it's not carpet. It's floral designed paper. It's kind of like baking sheet paper or whatever, cooking paper. Interesting. You got poison oak. You got poison something. I didn't see any poison ivy though. There's some more poison oak. And I don't know, that's probably poisonous too. But yeah, that came in the mail like that. I felt bad for the driver because I mean that's a lot of weight. It's not your normal package, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this open, roll it out, let it breathe overnight, and take the shape of the bed of my truck. Now, one other thing that I decided to do since I was followed by a police officer is this. Let's get in the truck here. I like this truck. All right, let me get in here. All right, see that? That is a dash cam. Now, when I bought this, I didn't know anything about dash cams. These are for, after I bought it, I did my research. You're supposed to research and then buy. I did things backwards. This dash cam got all these features on it to do all this stuff here in my truck, okay? So if you have an older car and you don't have the screen, well, you can buy one, all right? And they're not that expensive at Walmart. I think that was $148 or whatever. So I wanted a big screen because I'm old. I want to be able to see on this massive screen here what I'm looking at out there and what I'm looking at from behind me. And I want to be able to see all the features when I'm driving down the road. I want to be able to hit record, etc. And Scotty Kilmer, all these guys are highly recommending that you get a dash cam. With the way things are right now, and I'm not going to go into all the verbiage and stuff like that, but it's a scary place out there on the road these days. All right. It's Roscoe P. Coltrane's times 1,000 stuff going on out there. So searching for the words to explain traffic and law stuff out there right now. Anyway, so I got that. Came with cigarette lighter, which is designed for old cars, and I can replace that if I want to, and put, you know, a regular phone charger on there or whatever. That'll work just fine too. And then I ran the backup camera all the way under the seat. I'm not going to rip up any molding and stuff like that. Let's watch my old Jeep here. So I ran it underneath everything and on top of the carpet, around the seat, and then I got me a paint stick and I stuck it in the lap belt holder here so I can raise it up and lower it down. So I may put some zip ties on that or whatever. The reason I did that is because I didn't want to glue that to the dash. So what I did was I got an old drill bit box here that doubles as in a compartment area. That opens up. I can't open it up, but anyway, it's a compartment, and that keeps the other SIM card and some other stuff in there. And it also raised the height of it up a little bit too. So if I want, I can grab that rear camera and I can actually hold it with the paint stick and point it at my speedometer if I want to, or mount it somewhere, turn it around so it can see the speedometer and stuff as I'm driving. I'm still working out the kinks on that. But that was $148 tax-free because everybody's going back to school. I think it's a good idea. I bought 2 SIM cards. One's 4 hours, the other one's 4 hours or whatever. So I'm going to be mindful of that if I'm on an 8 or 9 hour trip. You know, trust. I've lost trust in a lot of institutions over years. Okay, and that's sad. Okay, it seems like, you know, when you're suspected of doing something, you're no longer innocent. You know, it's like that guy that followed me for about 2 miles or whatever. He was looking for a reason to pull me, you know, and then he probably could have made my day a lot worse if he had kept pushing me into a corner. You know, you pretty much have to give up your constitutional rights in order to make some of these situations go a little smoother, you know. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So I'm upgraded the truck with some goodies. Keep the rain off my stuff. Keep my stuff cushioned. I have some protection against people who run me over and people saying I'm doing things when I'm not doing things. Get my drift for around $500. And I think that's a great return on my investment. So, well, this is Russ, and I thought I'd make a short video on what I'm doing in my work truck. Maybe give somebody, you guys out there, some ideas that might be helpful for your situation. And that's all I got for right now. So we'll catch you on the next one.